High school represents a crucial phase in our lives. It's that time when life poses its tricky question: what's your life's passion? Sounds cool, right? But let's face it, predicting the next 40 or 50 years isn't exactly our superpower, and when we enter college, reality doesn't always match our expectations. That's exactly why we're here with this video, to make you prepared, sharing 5 essential money lessons that are about to become your new financial compass. Let's start with the first lesson. The value of money is intrinsically linked to the work we do. It's not just about deserving or entitlement, it's about giving value to get value. Our world's buzzing with those craving rights and feeling victimized by society, yet that doesn't put coins in your pocket. Remember, the market is no fan of titles. It treasures the solutions you bring to the table. Your paycheck is directly proportional to the skills you have developed and the solutions you offer to market challenges. I'll clarify this with a practical example. Imagine you're a mechanic, fixing cars day in and day out. That's your money machine, your bread and butter. It's true, there are many mechanics around, but guess what? Your knack for keeping cars purring has a price tag. Now compare this to a neurosurgeon who can perform mind-boggling operations. Whose pockets are deeper? The brain whiz, for sure. It's not a slight on your mechanic skills, it's the law of demand and supply in action. There are more people with the skills to fix cars than there are specialists capable of treating delicate brain problems, which makes your neurosurgeon friend the money magnet. The same rule applies in the business jungle. Think of an entrepreneur who creates a global company such as Amazon. That genius is making rain, and it's not because they're studying the longest or being a workaholic. It's because they're creating value that the world craves. So here's the deal. Your income won't skyrocket because you've clocked a ton of hours or have degrees hanging on your wall. You need to offer something valuable. So, if your goal is to increase your income, it's important to understand that the value of money is intrinsically linked to the work you do. If your current gig isn't making it rain, it's time to figure out what skills the market is ready to reward, or if your business idea fills a hungry need out there. That's the secret sauce. Moving on to lesson number 2. Consider the value of your assets according to their ability to generate income, not just their nominal value. If you handed $1 million to most people, they'd probably be high-fiving their dream buys: a huge house, that game console for their kids, a dream vacation, or maybe even a hot new ride. For many, being a millionaire means spending $1 million quickly. But, watch out. The catch is, if you spend like there's no tomorrow, that million is gonna vanish like a magician's trick. Have you ever thought about the cost of keeping that shiny luxury car? Maintenance, gas, and the disappearing act of its value. Eventually, that million will run out and you may have accumulated so many liabilities, assets that drain resources over time, that your financial situation will be worse than when you didn't have $1 million yet. But let's be smart. Imagine investing in assets like stocks or real estate funds. These guys grow with time, and they don't just eat up your cash. Let's say you've got $1 million lying around. Think about how much that million could actually make if you parked it in assets. Let's simplify it. Imagine getting a 1% monthly return, which, let's be honest, is a gold standard to achieve. That's a cool $10K in your pocket every month, and your million stays cozy. However, as it is rare for someone to simply receive $1 million, how could you accumulate that much? You guessed it, save up. By setting a monthly amount to save, maybe 10% of your income or more if you can. Imagine investing $500 a month at a sweet 12% annual rate for 30 years. You're looking at a fat net worth of over $1.5 million and a passive income of 15 grand a month. Whoa! But hold on, what about inflation? A valid concern, but don't sweat it. Your income will keep up. If you can invest $500 today, when inflation rises, your income will also rise, making it possible to invest more than $500. Remember, the key is owning assets before getting into liabilities. Combine lesson 1 with lesson 2, and you've got the recipe for creating a virtuous wealth building circle. You will probably seek to specialize or find opportunities in the market that expand your earning capacity. The more you earn, the more you can save and invest in assets. Shifting gears to lesson number 3. Diversify your investments, but focus your efforts on business. When it comes to investments, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Stocks, real estate, different industries, currencies, mix it up. It's like a balanced diet for your finances, reducing risks. On the flip side, when you dive into entrepreneurship, remember that you've only got a limited amount of time and money. So, instead of juggling 5 different ventures, focus on one. Give it your all and watch it flourish. As it grows, you can use its profits to fund your next brainchild. A successful first venture means you're better prepared for the second, which leads to a bigger pot and smarter business moves. Got your attention? Well, here comes the 4th lesson. Put the odds in your favor. Ever dreamed of hitting the jackpot? Well, your chances of winning the lottery are slimmer than finding a needle in a haystack. The odds are astronomical, and the cost of playing adds up. Let me give you some numbers. The odds of winning the lottery are 1 in 300 million according to megamillions.com. Now, let's look at the cost of playing. $2. This means that to really have a chance of winning, you would need to play 300 million times, totaling $600 million spent. But the average price paid to the winners is around $170 million net. That's the type of investment that doesn't make any sense. We have already seen that saving regularly over time is a strategy that leads to tangible results, such as reaching a net worth of $1.5 million in 3 decades. The chances of success with this approach are much higher than relying on casinos, sports betting, or lotteries. So always put your money where the odds work in your favor. Now, the big finale, lesson number 5, knowing your why. That's not a Simon Sinek TED Talk, but it's important, so pay attention. When I talk about goals, I don't just mean choosing a career or a business. I'm referring to what you prioritize in life. It could be crushing your fitness goals, bonding more with a family, or rocking the financial game. When you know your why, distractions have a way of fading. Sure, ditching weekend hangouts might sound tough, but if your goal is to be an athlete, those gains matter more. Family time becomes a treasure if you've got a loved one needing your care. After all, time with those we love is unrecoverable. Although there is a romanticized narrative about the search for balance in life, don't chase it now, because it's the fruit of long labor. Your initial journey might seem off balance, but it's the building blocks for the stability ahead. If riches are your goal, invest in better skills, craft solutions, and ride the market tide. Sacrifices today sow the seeds for tomorrow's comfort and triumph. Ladies and gentlemen, let these 5 life-altering lessons etch themselves in your hearts and minds. We, at Curious Catalyst, stand by your side, ready to share more, and ready to learn with you. If you value the information shared, want to learn more, and be part of a community that shares similar goals, then join our tribe. Subscribe, like, share, and let us know your aspirations in the comments below. Together, we can create a family of people committed to achieving financial and personal success. Welcome and see you on our next video.